So after a few months of poor quality updates, Polyphony has finally given us an update worth checking out. So let's get straight into it, starting with the opening cinematic. Yes, we got a new opening movie that everyone's going to skip. Sorry, it has nothing on Gran Turismo 4 or even Gran Turismo 3's opening movie. I mean, in comparison to the old one, it's pretty much the same thing, same song, just with cars and tracks that have been added post-launch. Personally, I feel it was a bit of a waste. You still have to sit through the first opening movie that showcases the credits with motoring through the years, so not exactly off to a great start, but thankfully that's just one of many things in this update. So moving on to something better. We have the cars. And as I said on my wishlist video, none of them are of interest to me. Although I will admit, the Mercedes, I used the touring car version a lot in previous Gran Turismo games, so I will be making a build of that to use. But as for the others, the Porsche, Lexus, and Nismo are cool too. The Dodges aren't my thing, and the Tesla, no. Yeah, we'll just quickly skip over that. On to the next thing. The next thing being something I did get from my wishlist, and that was a new track. A brand new original track to the series. Lake Louise, a snow track. Yeah, we got 7 cars, none of which are rally alongside a rally track. Who plans these updates out? Don't get me wrong, watch any of my track videos and you will know that I love rally tracks. But it's not Christmas yet. Why are we getting snow in autumn? I mean, it's November, but still, something like Autumn Ring would have made more sense. But anyway, Lake Louise is a fun track, and the snow feels more fun to drive on than the dirt. Or maybe that's because Lake Louise is new and the dirt tracks we have in Gran Turismo 7 are pretty bad. Yeah, bit of shade there. Lake Louise is also unlocked at level 22, so it's an incentive for new players to keep playing. Lake Louise also has 6 variants, 3 forwards and 3 reverse. Next up, the World Circuit updates. Paddock has replaced Meeting Place. Which means nothing to me. I don't play online, but cool new update there. Arcade Race has been replaced with Quick Race. Now these quick races are a little more interesting than you might think, as you get a pay increase which increases depending on your world circuit progression. Custom races also have a pay increase, but it still pales in comparison to the circuit mode events. But baby steps, I suppose. Now here's a good addition, weekly challenges to single player. These change every week and allow the player to get rewards as they clear them, which is absolutely brilliant! Honestly, this is something they should have made use of earlier on. But better late than never. It's funny because I just did a video about the economy and now it's been fixed. A little bit. Now, probably the most important part of this entire update. Change Car has been added to the World Circuit mode. Thank you! Finally, we can have full access to our garage and not have to go all the way back to the actual garage to change cars. This was something I put on my 2023 wishlist, so wish granted. Then, to wrap up World Circuit updates, there's a load of new events from the new menus added. Not the career mode I was hoping for, but it's at least new content all the same. There's also now an event directory added to help track your progress and see the events available on each track. You can also race against AI Sophie on some tracks, but only on PS5. Honestly, had they just made the AI better in the first place, we wouldn't even need Sophie. I guess that means they're probably never going to change the actual AI that they made in the game originally and just replace it with Sophie. Which kind of feels like a cop-out in a way. I mean, you'll change the opening movie that nobody asked for, but you won't fix the AI that's inherently a bigger problem than just an opening movie that people skip anyway, so it's interesting to see where their priorities lie. Moving on, a surprising new addition was an extra mode to the license center, that being Master License. I'll just try and get a bronze trophy for them all and call it a day, thank you very much. If you want to get the goals, you go for it, but For me, license sensor is just get the bronze and go. I'm not skilled enough to be getting golds. The cafe has some new menu books as previously mentioned, but also new conversations. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep saying this, but waste of time. I don't know anyone who actually cares about that stuff. I mean, there's obviously got to be an audience for it, but if you want information on cars, just Google it. Another wish I kinda got true from my wishlist video was the amount of engine swaps we got. Usually we get 5, this time we got 10. We also got spoon decals added for the livery editor, which is always nice to get brands, especially brands that have been cars previously in the game, so more livery edit options there. Snow tyres have also been added to the tuning shop. The tyres won't automatically change when switching to dirt or tarmac, as they previously would in older games. I don't like the selective realism, I want ease, not realism. Then there's just some other things. Some new scapes, changes to race photos, replay loop has been added, there's a new dashboard, 4 players can now play together on PS5, and finally some sport fixes. But I don't play sports, so that's also not for me, but if these are updates and changes you'll use, I'm glad you've got them. The rolling start glitch still hasn't been fixed though. It's not on one of the known issues either, so it's probably never going to be fixed. Seems custom races aren't quite so custom as we're led to believe, and again it's nice to see where their priorities lie. Game breaking bugs and they won't fix them. Or even acknowledge them. And for those that don't know, the rolling start glitch basically is a glitch that doesn't allow you to change the gap that cars start from in a rolling start. Every time you change the number, it will always go back down to 50 meters, which means the cars are pretty much bumper to bumper. And you can't even put it back to the starting gap, which is 20 meters. The only way to fix it is to cancel your custom race setup and go in with a new one, and then just leave it at 20 because it can't be changed. I hope one day they do fix this, but overall, this update was fantastic. It's packed with content. Mismatched content, mind you. A rally track being added with no new rally cars. Bit of a weird one, but I'll take it. Also, since Polyphony has raised the bar, I, and I'm sure many others, are expecting updates to be like this one going forwards, or at the very least have more than 3 cars and 5 engine swaps. But I doubt that'll be happening. It'll be back to 3 cars and very little else. So we should enjoy this update while we can. But like I said, this was a great update, 10 out of 10. Well done Polyphony, please keep it up. The next video I plan to do will be looking at brands I'd like to see be filled up a little more, as there's plenty of brands in Gran Turismo 7 that don't have much cars in them, or much variety. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.